Hello, hello. Hey, Andrew, how are you? My day has been all kinds of fucked up, very frantic. One of the tech coaches spent like 4 hours more than they should have, 2 hours more than they should have, to get their stuff done, which of course messed up my entire schedule. Hey, Rain. Thank you for the check-in, Andrew. Oh, I just kind of started and just kind of went. My bad. I should have asked. I was talking about the music. I did just kind of auto, like, default. Friend, I can't hear you if you're all the way over there. Oh. I think I'm pretty good here. We're gonna go here. Unfortunately, I am far away from any of them. We're good. See, everything's fine. Oh, friend, once again, I am not that fast. Also, you're putting a lot of faith in me. Alrighty. I think they'd be able to tell right away that I am in fact a healer. It's all I have leveled. I'm not a good healer. I could be. Whoop. I don't think I've ever done that successfully on anything other than an Astro before. Kind of proud of myself. Alexander Light. Diet Alexander. Wasn't expecting a 3-stack there, but I got through it. Nobody died. All's well. Aw. Can I use your actual name now?
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryle's findings.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected, to my eye at least. How long they will remain so is another question. Kryle is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration. Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the First. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state. I would not soon throw my life away, not after the lengths you and yours went to save it.
Oh, thank God.
And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home. But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
You just said you wouldn't.
Ow! What was that for?
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless she says so.
You tell him.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
What did you just...
He.
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success.
But that's the survivorship bias.
I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of her body and soul, but her personal effects besides. This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us her possessions, she could carry our souls back to the source upon her person?
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on her part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend. Yet were we to immure our souls within an object in her possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured. White Auracite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease. We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back unto our vacant bodies.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us. On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Nummo chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrant is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Fae folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
Listen, it's a common trope. Well, that's nice that you could be out there for a couple of days. I now know what that thing is. I mean, we were told in this cutscene, you know, and during this quest, but I didn't know what it was beforehand. Now I've played 8. Gotta make our base camp. Y'all didn't bring a coffee maker. Sid would be so disappointed. Oh, and I recognize the music now, too. That's kind of cool. There's no way I would have noticed that before playing 8. Hey, Katarina. I'm doing the Eden raids. Right. Now, there's only one girl here. Oh, I guess Urianger and Thancred over here being the two best dads. It's fine. I understood. Aw, man, Katarina. We're talking about your favorite character again. A gentle soul who's long since departed, who imparted to me a wealth of knowledge concerning etherology. Who could that be? All too quick to chastise my methodology. I do like that they continually kind of remind you that no, she existed and she affects Urianger especially. I always like it when a character that is no longer with us, you know, their absence is actually felt. Yeah, Reen. Guide us proper. Oh, sure. How many different link pearls do you think Yuna has to swap through every time we go somewhere? Do we gotta pull out one and then slot in a different one for a different channel? Do we need to color code it so we know, okay, this was the Scion one, and this one's the one for Crystarium, and this is the one for... hard to tell because there's nothing actually in the ear. Like, we can wear earrings on our ears, but nothing that's like specifically, you know, when they put their fingers up to their ears, there's nothing there. Magic invisible earbuds. I know you and I have talked today, Katarina, because, you know, we live together, but, like, anything exciting happening while I wait for a cue? Oh, are you having fa? Is that what's happening? Have you stopped by for fa? Huh? Did I get them mixed up? Shit. Did I do cultural appropriation? Didn't mean to. Okay, so I was wrong. It's Vietnamese. But also, it's not the Philippines. So ha, you did it too. So I did do a bad. But Katarina also did a bad. Had to fix that immediately. I'm like, hold up. Yeah. Katarina found a Korean place, and I was like, oh, is it pho? Because I did a dumb. And she's like, no, it's Philippine food. And I'm like, I don't think so. It's Vietnamese food. But I had made a mistake, and I was correcting the mistake so that I didn't, you know. Yeah, so I didn't want to allow my bad memory to stand like that. So what'd you get at the Korean place, Katarina? Because I usually think of Korean barbecue, but like that may not be what you're getting right before Battletech. We were cool until you said the hot pepper sauce. I was good with the soup part. She's like, how do I burn off my tongue? You know, this is kind of nice to recognize this music. I just thought it was Eden music. Hey, Andrew. Food. Katarina's off to Battletech. And I was seeing what she was up to. Oh, you'll see. Maybe not today, but you'll see. Whoop. That could have been very bad for me. I'm glad it didn't end up that way. I almost went into the wall. Rain would have had a good laugh. But it's Eden, Rain. We have lots of experience with Eden. Specifically me dying to Eden. Usually by going into a wall. Rain's like, no, Eden's not cool enough. I think I made it. I don't know if I did, but I think I made it. Have fun, Katarina. Win all the things. So is this an 8 reference? I don't think I actually summoned Eden in 8. Oh yeah. I have less issue with raids than I do with dungeons. I personally find, at least right now, they're planning on changing a lot of things. But I tend to find the structure of raids a lot more manageable than your typical dungeon. Like, dungeon pools between bosses are the most chaotic I have to ever heal. Again, to me, how I feel about it. And again, as of right now, which is before Evercold releases. Ow. Oh yeah, lots of 8 music. This is a big 8 reference. Which is why I was asking, like, is like the Eden big ultimate attack an 8 reference too? Because I never actually summoned Eden. Like, I didn't summon any of the Guardian forces, I don't think. Maybe 1 or 2. I can see that being like a big attack that Eden actually uses in 8. I just don't know it. Yes, it is. Oh no, it's much more brute force and stubborn than outsmarting. I hear you use that word, but I do not think it means what you think it means. that just brims with confidence. I think. They always give me the hard jobs. I gotta deal with a flying enemy. Oh, I don't know. He's not online, I don't think. Yeah, not online, so. Andrew was asking if you would be summoned, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm just going. I know you've been here the whole time. Oh yeah, there's gonna be many. Multiple. Maybe 4 and then a break, and then 4 and then a break. These aren't dungeons, they're raids. There's a difference. Although there is a dungeon soon, too. Ah. This poor person just standing here is probably like, what the fuck is this person doing wandering around in a circle? And I'm like, I'm creating visual interest. Getting my steps in. Man, if I actually took number of steps in this game, we'd be probably in the hundreds of thousands by now. If not, a million. You take so many steps. That's true. Lots of flying, lots of riding on mounts, so maybe it actually wouldn't be that bad. Can you see the Nomura? influence. Oh, that's the wrong button. Oh, I just tried to do a thing that I do on my other classes. I'ma stand here. Bump. Or you can use the warrior. The warrior is not the main tank right now. Sit still. You have the stack. I'm gonna die. Yep. Okay, so normally we don't die, so this is actually something I need to talk about. Those spell in waiting things are basically a delay. It's going, all right, I'm gonna put this on you, and then I'm gonna make you wait for it, make you remember it. So what happened there was, one, the other healer, which is this person, didn't go up to the boss's hitbox to make it easier for the melees to stack. It was way off over here, and most melees aren't gonna go out that far. They want to stay hitting the boss. The second thing that happened is there weren't enough of us. There's only 3 people there. Now, people had these circle AoEs on them too. So, but you see, like, they left that guy all by himself because there's not enough people. So if there's not enough people, then the stack kills you. You have to have a certain number of people for the stack to be livable. Now, the Dragoon in the party has just typed in chat. I know you can't see it because I have the chat blurred, but they don't understand the clock mechanic. Which is fine. It's fine. This is actually, I think, the first time this kind of mechanic is put in the game. I might be wrong. There might be another one before this, but I'm pretty sure this whole, okay, you have this mechanic and now you have to wait for it kind of thing, I think it starts here. So it's a new thing. It's weird. I mean, it's fine. Like, people are new all the time. And I don't want anybody to think that me pointing out, okay, what went wrong as that's bad. Because no, people learn at different paces and they learn different things in different ways. But I'm just mentioning what went wrong. Right? Like, I'm not assigning blame, nothing, none of that. It's literally just, this is what happened. As kind of a, hey, this is why this didn't go well. It'll take him a little bit. Although the Reaper is now giving tips, actually. They're saying to wait, like, hey, don't freak out, right? Because that's what the game is attempting to do. The game is attempting to kind of go, make you kind of go, oh no, and freak out, and not do the mechanic properly. To like move out of the way or whatever. That's what it's trying to get you to do. Oh yeah, now, these two mechanics are gonna happen at the same time, which means all of us who have these purple markers over our heads, we are not part of that stack. We can't go in there. We can't go in early. And now it's done correctly. Whoop, there's what I wanted. Oh, bye, Dancer. Oh, okay. Like this. It's trying to get us to run away. But no, you need to stay still. And then you go. I'm gonna have to do this correctly this time. Okay. Well, that was the Reaper. Going. Whoop. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, I was given many things. I need none of this. Unharmed is a polite way of saying that, but okay. Won't let me what? Oh. A little different. She seems fine to me, unconscious on the floor. Right. Course. Oh my goodness, this is their thing now. Their thing is they pick up people who need their help like stray cats. Him and Urianger. First Reen, now this new person. I know of one other. I know. Magically. Oh. Thank you for the hydrate. yes, it not screaming at you is probably, you know, an improvement. And I'm sure it prevents headaches. What'd you do with the person? Did you kill him? Or her? Or it? She. Got it. Listen. Listen. It could be a void. It's a void scent. It could be non-binary. Can't gender monsters. Oh, did they? I must have skimmed over it. Apologies. That is kind of the, I guess, drawback of I've done this before. I know the plot already, so I'm just like, oh yeah, this thing. Skim, skim, skim. That's true. Rain's over here trying to fight me. Cause you lose. Right? I never said that. he's over here trying to fight me, and then the moment that we kind of go, oh, you're trying to fight me, he just goes, no, it was you who picked the fight. Right? Trying to do some weird like rabbit season on me. Duck season. I know. Right. Oh my goodness. I have had a long day, but I ain't tired. I'm just chilling here. Right? Yes. It is a good idea. We're not gonna do that though. Leviathan. Right? Keeping it secret. What you playing, Rain? I'm guessing Fire Emblem. Oh, I was wrong. Why 4? Not like, I don't know, the first one. I don't know. Oh. Wait, does that mean I have it? Cool. How many do we have now? How many are there? Woo! Okay, cool. Soon people will have the entire Wild Arms saga series. Me neither. I should? Give me the elevator pitch. For the Wild Arms series. Pretty weird. Also, welcome. Oh no. I put Rain on the spot. Sell me this game. Hello, my old nemesis. Okay, so this means, from a canon sense, our character has killed so many, like, primals that they no longer can tell, like, the difference between, like, different water primals. Like, our character's like, I think Leviathan works like this, and it's like something totally off the cuff. Yeah, it's a dragon, and it's kind of snake-like, and there's lots of water mechanics. And you end up mixing like Leviathan and Seiryu. And it's like, one of the mechanics of Leviathan is you had to attack both the head and the tail, and so your character's like, you killed 2 targets, so I think it had 2 heads, like. Oh, wrong button. Oh no, it's totally fine, but it's very funny, like, from a canon perspective, that no. Your character has blended together so many things now. Oh! I didn't look where I was pointed. I knew that dash was gonna kill me someday. I knew it. Oh yeah, big whoops. But it is a whoops that you better get used to, because it's one that I make often. Listen! You would have had to have backed up your old information from the old one. You would have had to make a character backup. It would have saved your settings, your keybinds, your everything if you had made a backup. I have mine set to give me a reminder every, I forget how many days it is, but I think it's 90. To remind me to back it up again. Uh-oh. Oh. Bye, Red Mage. Bye, Astro. Alrighty, we are going to save my friend here. And then I'm gonna save, whoop. Then I'm gonna save my other friend. Oh, they already got it. I was trying to help them out by having, you know. Why are they all the way over there? I can't reach them over there. And they fell off. Again. Oh man. If you need help with controller binds, I do a really good job with it. Nope, not going for those. Wait, Terracomms did I just get? Oh, okay. I knew that well, but alright. I did dash off the edge. More or less, kind of, sorta. May have been influenced by recollections of other water-aspected beings. I killed it. We have a spring! Or a river! Hard to tell what this white is. It could be ash, it could be snow, it could just be devoid of color. It could be an empty texture. No, wait, we've seen empty texture. That was the paper mache, and yeah, it could be salt. And they don't seem to be cold. Like, no one is going, oh man, it's cold out here. In fact, I think there's no wind. Like, oh yeah. I've always just wondered, like obviously they say, okay, using the light has basically made all the ether of this region, 90% of the world, basically the ether no longer moves and it doesn't have any kind of form or function. It's just kind of sleeping. But that does make me wonder, okay, then what is this? Like what am I standing on, right? Like, I've had this thought. Like, it's clearly a structure, right? It's clearly like it would be rock. But if there's no earth aspect to, to it, is it rock? Like, what is it? These are the world building questions that keep me up at night. Yeah. Is it sand? Do we know it's sand? And I do want to note that they never tell us what this is. They just kind of go, it's devoid of any moving ether. So we're bringing ether back to this area. So it is hand waved, but man, my brain just goes, okay, but what is it though? So any of these answers could technically be correct. I just don't know. I love my tonberries. My tonberries are probably my favorite emotes. I might get some more tonberries if I see any that are really cute. And tonberries are already my favorite Final Fantasy creature. They just are. They strike that perfect balance between unsettling and cute. And I love them. I love them so much. Yeah, salt's a good one. I like salt. I like salt. I like sand. Fear the doink. Oh man, Andrew, you've hit the question. If it's something, then it can't be nothing. Philosophical. Although they never called it nothing. They have never called it nothing. They've always kind of said, okay, no, the ether's there, it's just asleep. Okay, have a good night, pretty beard. Titan! Now, when I was going through this the first time, right? I did the second one. And the reason I did the second one is because I did Titan Extreme synced on ice. I did not know when I started the game that you could unsync things, and I did it in Duty Finder. It took hours. And Titan Extreme synced with Duty Finder is a nightmare. I'm sure it's worse now, but it's always been a nightmare. So I did the second one. But Yuna didn't have to deal with that. Yuna has been fine. She's been untarnished. I truly did. So I did not learn you could unsync things until the end of Heavensward. Because I was trying to get a party for, I think, Zervan Extreme. And couldn't get anything. I was trying very hard. And I had been in there for days. And I forget who it was, but a random passerby asked me what I was doing. And I mentioned it, and they go, oh, you know you can unsync that and like go into Party Finder and get it done like super quick, right? And I was kind of like, what? Huh? Maybe not end of Heavensward, because I don't think you could unsync him yet. But probably the beginning of Stormblood, probably. Just some random passerby that was like, what are you doing? You idiot. And so I did unsync Zervan. But that means that literally every extreme from the beginning of the game all the way to Sophia Extreme, I did them synced. Including Thornton, which I was very proud of. I was extremely proud of that. I still have the weapon that I won from that fight. And I still use it sometimes. Yep. And to this day, the one I hate more than any others is fucking Moggle Extreme. Fuck that Moogle. I don't know if they've adjusted the Extreme from what it used to be, because Moggle has actually been adjusted quite a bit from its original incarnation. But originally it was the worst thing in existence and I hated it. I hate that fight. I had more trouble with Moggle than I did with Titan. Just because the big mechanic in Moggle at the time, again, I don't know if they've adjusted it since then, was that you had to get all of the little Moogles. Okay, cool. You had to get all the little Moogles down to very low, extremely low, but do not kill them, which is the important part. Do not kill the little Moogles. And then, when they're all real low, you kill them all at once. And what Moggle does is he uses his own HP, because you can't hurt Moggle, but he uses his own HP to fully revive all of the Moogles. I forget how many times you have to do this. I think 3. I think 3 is the magic number. Now the hard part was the don't kill them part. I had so many parties. It'd be one DPS per party that would accidentally kill one too early. And if you do that too often, and Mogomog is not, you know, dead yet, he just wipes you. He just murders your ass. And there's no way to fix it. So yeah, no, I had so much more trouble with Mogomog Extreme than I did with Titan Extreme, just because Titan Extreme, it's hard, but it is just do the mechanics right and you'll be fine, right? Like kill the ads in a certain way, be in the right place, dodge the things. Like that's more execution based. But Mogomog Extreme, Synced, it was lots of, you know, hey, you have to kill the ads in a very particular way, and you have to show restraint. And nope, always one. There's always one. Do you want to join for this one, Rain? You know it's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be great because there's gonna be very little that I can do to prevent the chaos that's about to unfold. I guess I could rescue somebody out of danger. But typically you don't want to rescue people without having a really good grasp of, one, how rescue works, and two, you know, the mechanic that you're trying to save them from. And the right timing too, otherwise you're likely to kill them. No, I'll res them. Like when it comes to Titan is I'd say his mechanics aren't memorable, but I remember them pretty well. But me and Rain were in Titan for a long time, and specifically Titan Savage. So I can't even say that. I guess a lot of them look similar to each other. or people forget, like, okay, he has multiple patterns. Like, something about Titan, it just makes people like not remember his mechanics very well. And I see full party wipes a lot, even nowadays. Whenever I like do a roulette and happen to get Titan, it's kind of a coin flip on how long this is gonna take. Either I've got a party that's on it and like knows Titan really well and like we're done in the regular time, or we're gonna be in here for a couple of wipes. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what like the, I don't know, division or like why Titan is not known as well as I would think it should be. Oh, for sure. And again, I'm not too like concerned or worried regardless. Like, I'm just not. I tend to have fun if things are going really, really well, or if things go really, really badly. Because basically it's either going well or it's funny. You know what I mean? Like, at least for old content. For new content, yeah, it's no, we lock in, we focus, we do, right? That's new content that we're currently progging. That's you know, different, right? But old content or content that I'm doing on Yuna, like, nah, it's for fun. It's just a good time. If we die, we die. You joining VC, Rain? That was really funny. Ah, gotcha. Just gonna do my laps. Awesome. Woman. Hello. You ready to go fight? Fight a big man? The Lord. We have both heaters. Hmm? Now, he's Earth aspected. He's absolutely the Rock. He's built like the Rock. There we go. That should be better. Try again, Rain. Speak.
Hello, I am Rain.
There we go.
Go, I need to mute the stream now.
You're like, ew, my voice.
I'm like, who's that loser Ice talking to? Oh wait, it's me.
Wow. I get the feeling that people don't like Titan as much. Don't you get that feeling?
It's because we're two healers.
Ah, that's okay. 2 healers we will be. Rain's gonna carry me through this content.
What are you talking about? I usually play this as tank. I'm gonna die.
Oh, that's right. You don't have to move so much in this one as a tank. Oh no.
Especially with the healer with no movement tool, I'm gonna die.
You're gonna die. I mean, I will too, but you know, I'll die to the dash. Again. I'll be like, oh
we'll
yeah, I'm gonna
probably
use
get a
my
group
cool
that
move to
can
get out of
just-
the way, and just off the edge I go.
We will probably end up getting a group that, you know, does perfectly fine and knows to fight extremely well. Unlike the past couple groups you get that knew nothing, but yeah, sure. We'll see.
Listen, I was having a good time.
I saw. Well, most of it I heard because I was playing Wild Arms, but I saw.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't really give an elevator pitch for Wild Arms because it's like, it's just
It's
a
just a
different
game
RPG
with a place.
experience. Yeah. Like, the only thing I can really say is all of them have a Western motif, but like it doesn't distract you from the game and the elements of the game. Because, you know, you have a magic system that you deal with. You have a battle system. It's a character-focused, you know, story. So the plot, at least for the first 3 games, the plot is very, very, like, base. And they kind of do characters a lot better. 4 and 5 did better with their plots. But it's not, like, something that you're going to get at, like, you know, Final Fantasy X or something.
Oh yeah.
If you consider that a good plot.
I do consider 10 a good plot, or at least a good thematic. Because the thing I like about 10 the most is honestly the world building and the themes. The plot is, you know, go kill God, you know, go forth. Go kill the giant fish thing that's killing everybody. The plots are, in a lot of Final Fantasies, are actually really basic if you like break them down into their, you know, constituent parts. Usually what makes a good Final Fantasy is definitely either the characters or the themes, depending on which Final Fantasy you're looking at. Because of course different directors, different writers have different vibes.
Yeah, like Wild Arms 4, the one I'm playing, I played like the first 10 minutes of it in front of you before you had moved out. It's the protagonist is a kid. He's like 12 years old, right?
Oh man.
And yeah, he's like 12 or 14, and he's had a very, very sheltered life. Like, I won't go into any spoilers, but the rest of the party are the ones who kind of like exposition to him like what is happening, because
he's
you know, he's naive and doesn't know.
Yeah, he's the what's the actual like technical term? The unknowing perspective character.
Yeah.
Yep.
Instead of doing like the amnesiac protagonist that you're used to, they actually like did the perspective correct by making the character not know.
Yeah, I appreciate that more. My favorite, you can't really do this in video games so much because a lot of people who play video games don't like seek out lore, right? I like when it's like in the environment, or like you can tell visually, or like through a book or something. Like exposition you kind of seek out, or that's all visual. I really like that world building. Dark Souls does it really well. Like just anything from FromSoft, that's what they kind of excel at. That's what makes their world so interesting. Look at this Chad. This tank of a man.
The Rock. But yeah, like I enjoyed them. I wouldn't put it at like the top of the list of like,
Solid
oh my
8?
god, I love this game so much. But
So solid 7 or 8?
Yeah, for sure. Like it's not something that you can sit there and be like, oh, that was a terrible experience.
Yeah, no. Canonically, your character does not know. Has not remembered. Although I have to, I guess Alexander would technically be the other one. With the spinnies. As always, I have 3 lilies and I don't know what to do. Uh-oh. Boom. We're gonna get the perfect group rain. Which one are you getting?
The red mage.
Okay, I'll get the summoner. Keep him alive. I've got thin air.
Okay.
Oh, you got the other one? Cool. Or that couldn't have been you.
That was the red mage.
Well.
Fantastic, all that work.
Yeah. Alrighty. I'm out of thin air. I'm gonna also put down my bubble. Bubble's a good idea. Oh, and I have to do this right now.
Yep.
There we go. I remember what I'm doing. Alrighty.
3 seconds till Swift. I'll get the samurai.
You get the samurai? I got the dancer. There we go. We're good. A Benny, the samurai.
Well, let's straight to dancing.
Thank you. All these poor tanks, they're trying so hard to help us out. They saw what happened and they're like, oh no. You know, I just mentioned not having anything to spin these lilies on.
Now you do. Congratulations, you get to heal.
It was like, oh, so I heard you wanted to use your lilies.
I hear you want to press buttons. I got you, fam.
I got you. Never you fear.
Like you said, I'm here for you guys. You want to hit your buttons? Let's go.
Right, all right. We are good. Thank you for the curing waltz, dancer. I appreciate you. Whoa. Not a good spot. I wish we had gotten a different spot.
Coming in. Why?
There we go.
Yeah.
I have a tetra for them. Whenever they get up. There we go. No.
You'll be able to anti-knockback it.
I am. Absolutely don't anti-knockback if I don't have to. I do want to be in front of him. Huzzah!
They're going to die. All of them dead.
Here they go. At least only 2 this time. Improvement. You gonna get in the summoner?
Just waiting for Titan to stop, you know, being Titan.
Oh, I'm just going.
I don't have Swift, that's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had Swift. Oh, I really don't have anything foreign though. There we go. If we don't get all the comms. There we go.
Jesus.
I think the only reason why we didn't wipe is because I had you with me and we could verbally talk it through. We could actually coordinate. And that's how Titan normally goes, folks.
I didn't get a single comm.
I got 1.
Unbelievable.
We're gypped.
Rude people.
And just like, first try. I'm like, no.
Died the entire time and couldn't calm people. Shake my head. Confidently was a body on the floor and was like, calm.
Maybe they were too ashamed. They just ran.
Right?
Have to hide their face. Can't let them know. Oh, again, I'm pretty sure the reason why is because literally me and Rain were in a voice call going, okay, what are you doing? Who are you getting? That is like the main success of most healer pairs. How much do they communicate when things go wrong? Again, I did the second one for Ice, but Yuna has not had to be traumatized. Oh yeah, no. Second one's very accurate, especially to Titan Extreme. You wanna give your insights as how that went when it was current? Because of course I did it on Sync, but that was still an expansion or two, back.
When Titan Extreme was current, the first fight you had to deal with wasn't Titan itself. It was the lag in the server like ticks. Like, you don't understand. Back in AR, we didn't have like VPNs to deal with. We didn't have like, any type of thing to help your ping. So when you had bad ping, you just like Titan was unclearable for a lot of people for months.
Well,
And
haven't they
had
upgraded their servers like twice since then?
Yes. And then they had did a small patch on Titan just to change the way the AoEs worked a bit, and more people started clearing. Of course, like the very very hardcore people cleared, you know, through all the jank, right? But more people started clearing once they did that first patch, and it wasn't like a nerf or anything. They just like changed like visually how the AoEs work and stuff. But Titan Extreme has been through a lot of shifts. Like now when you get knocked off, you get put back on the arena. Back
I
then, that wasn't the
know.
case.
I'm still
So
conflicted about that. Like, on the one hand, I get it. It's kind of shitty to fall off your first time and then they can't participate in the fight anymore. On the other hand, that was definitely a difficulty modifier, and I liked it a lot.
yeah, that made the fight a lot more difficult, knowing that you made a lethal mistake called it, and you were just out of the fight for the rest of
Yeah,
the
you
fight.
had to watch.
In a fight that had like 3 DPS checks in it, by the way.
Yup. And you knew you fucked up.
Yeah, so because you had the DPS check of the heart, the DPS check of the
On the
ads when he
ads.
spawned those, and then the actual DPS check of the boss.
Yeah, and then the actual enrage.
So yeah, like basically, if 2 DPS got knocked out in like the first phase, you just wipe.
Oh, and then you didn't get your stuff back. Remember, you had to wait.
Yep. You had to wait for all of your
All your
cooldowns to
cooldowns.
come back. So, like if Paladin would use their hollow ground, you know that's a 7-minute cooldown. You were waiting 7 minutes. They had changed, like when the ads die in Titan Extreme, they leave a puddle on the ground.
Yep.
And that puddle was a lot bigger in ARR. They had made it smaller and made it more visible for like, you know, visually impaired people. So, but
Man,
like,
it's still like so. When I did it, I probably did it after they made it smaller because I didn't seem like they're that big. If you killed them in the wrong spot, you've just wiped the entire raid. Good job. Like there was very specific places that you had to kill these ads, or they just didn't go well because the arena is very small. It's so small. I think it's like barely bigger than his actual hitbox.
it sometimes pops up on like the video footage that I have on Facebook for like my whole old Facebook account. I have my first Titan Extreme clear, and you can see me like playing ninja in like freaking what's the alliance rate? World of Darkness gear. Like that's how bad it was. Yeah, Titan Extreme was a no joke. And then, you know, Sephiroth in Heaven's Ward had the same issue where, you know,
Oh, I
it
love
was
Sephiroth. That
lag
thing was a
and
bastard.
jank at first. And then you got knocked off, you stayed off the arena until they had patched that. They had patched Sephiroth before they had patched Titan.
I love Sephiroth though. Sephiroth Extreme was stupid. It was so good, but it was so stupid.
But Sephiroth was another one where like people couldn't clear. And this is
I think
when
it happened
people
again in the Unreal.
Yeah. And then people started of course it's not as bad as what you get today, but people started verbally complaining about, you know, content being unclearable and kind of like giving backlash, which is why you see all the changes that they've made. You got to realize that, and of course I say this all the time to Ice, but it's good for Andrew to hear it too. All of the changes and stuff that the devs do in this game is because of community feedback. Like the community spends so much time complaining about stuff that really isn't an issue, but they just want things to be easier, want things to be accessible, want things to be more simplified, and the devs respond, and this is what we got for it.
Yeah, and now that it's simplified and easier and all this other stuff, you have the other end of the community going, "Wah, it's too easy."
I wouldn't even say the other end of the community. They're the same people.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, which is sad.
Oh yeah, no, like honestly, from the very beginning of this, of like me playing this game, because again, I didn't come in right from the beginning. Like that's not me. But from the very beginning of this game, the community has always treated the dev team for this specific game really badly, and for no real reason. Like, I'm sure they've come from other games and other game companies who did not take player feedback, and they just said, no, we're gonna do what we want, and have ruined their own games. Like, this is something that does happen in the gaming industry. But they brought that into 14, and they applied that to this dev team, and this dev team has proven over and over and over that no, they're not like that. They play their game. They care about their game. They listen to players. They don't always respond in a way that makes people happy. Like, because again, they are taking feedback and they're going, well, let's try this, right? Like, they are human and they make mistakes. But from the beginning, they have bent over backwards for their players, and their players have just kicked them while they're down, pretty much, every time. And it makes me sad. Because no, they try so hard. Oh yeah. No, but I love this dev team. This dev team's so good. And then, like,
yeah, there's. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, yeah, there is like things that I wish were different about this game, but I'm not about to blame the devs for it. Like, I'm not going to yell at the devs. Again, there are some criticisms that I have, and I would like them to be addressed. But again, that's way different than, game is broken, you know, that kind of bullshit. Anyway, what were you saying, Ray?
So there's a lot of change coming moving forward.
Hell
with,
yeah.
You know, things we don't even know about right now. And honestly, like, to say it again, I'm extremely happy for the change.
I'm excited.
Just for the fact that, you know, we're getting something different in, what, a good 6 years of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And not saying that 6 years of the same thing was terrible. I mean, like, I continued to play. I enjoyed my time, but, like, although the feedback that they get is not, you know, shouted at them properly, some of the feedback is accurate. So.
Oh yeah. Like, obviously, I'm not talking about those who have done what I do, where it's like, there are some things about this game that I really wish they would fix. Like, them, I got no qualms with, got no beef with them. I do have beef with the people screaming at the top of their lungs that the devs suck, and that the game is broken, and that it's unplayable, and that blah, 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 you know. Just the bullshit. If people, you know, put it in a respectful way, in a well thought out way, I ain't got no beef. We're good. We cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who, either because of their following and who they persona themselves to be, or the mask of the internet allows them to, they, you know, do things the wrong way. Just for either, you know, attention, or because they can get away with it.
When you really see it like real bad right now, because so recently, Andrew, there's 3 fan fests that are always like scheduled, you know, kind of as revving up for the new expansion. There's one for North America, there's one for Europe, and there's one for Japan. And in every one of those, they give us more information. Now, the first of those, and this is usually the one that they don't give us as much. It's lots of teaser, it's lots of, hey, be excited, it's lots of, hey, we're doing things, but there's not usually a lot of detail on what they're doing. We got more detail this time because they're changing a lot of things, and so they gave us a little bit more than they usually do. But even so, lots of teaser, we know very little about what they're doing. We get more information in the European one and the Japan one later. So all we've seen is the North America one, which is where we have the least amount of information, and people are already screaming that the game is going to be bad in the new expansion. We know nothing. We've not even like really seen most of the jobs. We've seen like 4 out of the 20 something.
You cannot make a solid opinion on anything that is happening in Evercold right now. The only thing you can make is an educated guess. or a guess in general, but so many people want to use either like whatever ground basis they have, whatever evidence they have from past trends to try and be right and try and make a topic for attention, for likes, for whatever it is that wakes them up in the morning and keeps them striving throughout the day, that gets them paid. I don't care, but like it's a lot of things that are being said that's just like, how can you be sure?
Well, and it's wild because one of the first, like, I think like one of the first like sentences they said was where they're changing so many things and they're changing their entire like approach to this game in Evercold. So people are mostly using old expansions for their bases, and like, okay, that is immediately, like literally within 10 minutes of the presentations during the fan fest, to be untrue, or at the very least to not have any basis, because again, they literally said they're changing fundamentally how they approach this game. So anything fundamental in the previous expansions no longer apply instantly. Now, there will be some things I'm sure that they do keep. Like, I'm not stupid. They're not going to change literally everything about this game. They don't have enough time. They only have 9 months. Right? But to specifically use that as your like evidence for whatever opinion you have, flimsy. Except for Bard. Bard looks awesome. I miss my Bard so much. I want it back. I'm gonna be a Bard. Play my game. That's because they showed us Bard. And even then, not even all of Bard. They just showed us some of the new things with Bard, and I'm very excited where they're going with Bard. It's my baby. I've missed it. For context, Andrew, and the reason why you haven't seen me play it in this expansion is when I started the game, and even into Stormblood, it had a pretty healthy mix of, like, yes, ranged combat and like juggling resources, like specifically damage over time skills, and you had to balance that with songs that did certain things and blah 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 blah. Like, it was lots of juggling resources and lots of being careful with some of the buffs that you were sending out. And what they did in Shadowbringers is they changed specifically how things triggered with your dots. So before, it was based off your crit rate. It's when you did a critical hit, an extra effect would happen on your dot. Nowadays, it is every server tick, which is every 3 seconds or so. You just get a I think it's like a, what is it, 40% chance? Almost a coin flip.
I think it's 80.
It's 80 now?
Because it was a bunch of complaints. Like, it's either 80 or 60. Like, it's above 50, but it's still like not fun.
Okay. My point will stay regardless. Yeah. But what it does is now it's just a flat chance every single time the server tick happens. And what that does is it does make it more consistent, right? They've also taken away a lot of the more support-based skills. Like before, I had a song that would give both me and anybody else in the party that heard my song MP back. That was something that I could just do. I could be like, oh, my healers need MP. Go have some MP. That's no longer part of Bard. So they made the rotation more consistent, and they've taken away a lot of the more support-based abilities that I had fallen in love with, that I had really liked. So now you have this very structured, repetitive class that is very consistent, But a lot of the fun of like the bard that I had learned to play and that I appreciated, I'm not gonna say it was good bard or bad bard, but it's one that I really liked. Like the appeal of that bard was that because it was based off your critical hit rate, you had to very carefully manage this resource, because otherwise you'd overcap because your crit rate was too high. And you also had to balance that with, oh, but my party needs me. My party needs support abilities. I need to be supporting them properly. Like that was what Bard used to be, was this mad juggle of just everything. You're kind of like have all these little orbs up at once, trying your best to juggle them. And I really liked that.
Yeah, basically, what they did was the Shadowbringers changes to Bard. They basically stripped Bard clean of its like support kit and put a bunch of damage in it and thought that was okay. And then they put all the support stuff into Dancer. Yeah. And then like as time went on, Endwalker and Dawn Trail, they slowly gave support stuff back to Bard, but like it's still like you already like took the dog out back and shot it, you know?
Well, and again, like if the draw of the previous one was you had like, I don't know, we'll say 6 balls in the air, right? And you had to juggle them all. They lowered that down to like 3. But again, people who learned the old Bard now find that 3 too easy, right? Like they're used to 6. You know what I mean? So in this game, even support jobs need to be doing damage. It is an MMO. And so I'm actually okay with them kind of meshing together Ranger and Bard. I think that's a nice idea, because it does mean that you're not just sitting there in the back doing no damage, playing your little songs. Yeah, even White Mage has some damage. In fact, quite a bit of damage. Goodness. A good White Mage is terrifying. Especially
right
with good Bloodlily. Hell yeah.
Right now, check this. You are going to laugh at this. At max BIS damage of the current tier, 100 percentile, White Mage is doing more damage than Warrior.
I love it.
I think that is the funniest thing ever.
Oh, me too. I love it.
White Mage literally says, "Oh, so you want to be the I can heal myself tank? I don't need a healer. All right, I'm gonna do more damage than you."
Yeah, but say, all right, you don't need a healer? Cool, I'll just glare the whole time.
I'm gonna do more damage than you.
I'm just gonna glare the whole time, and you're gonna be okay with that because I do more damage than you. I love it. Oh, I love it so much.
Like seeing a White Mage hit like 27k and a Warrior can't is, my gosh. What did they do to White Mage? Gave him that Lily opener. That's what it was. The Lily and Blood Lily opener. Yeah.
I don't know the openers yet because obviously I don't plan on taking this into anything hard. But I do know that no, a good White Mage can heal as though they were breathing. Like they do not have any trouble with healing because their buttons just do so much healing per shot, and they do a fuck ton of damage. Like good White Mages are nuts. Unfortunately, because it's also the first healer that people tend to grab because it's the only healer from level 1 and it's very comfy and very simple, at least on the surface. You're not likely to see one of those.
Yeah, like they said during the dev panel, they want it to be simple, they want it to be accessible, and they want it to have a low skill floor, so you know people can just play it.
Yeah, pick it up and know the basics. And honestly, I do agree. Since it is the only one you get at level 1, absolutely, it should be the easiest one to pick up and play. Yeah. When like their cure 2 is stupid. Like their cure spells are really, really nuts in terms of like So the actual potencies are not anything crazy. But they get so many of them before 50. Like, they get Medica 2 by 50, and like, there's nothing. There's nothing for a long time that requires a Medica 2. Same thing with their Cure 2. They get it so early. And you don't need anything that requires a Cure 2 very much. Especially once you start getting your lilies. Oh, for sure. And like, their Tetragrammaton is just 700 potency for free every minute. Okay. Other classes to do the same thing instead of just one button usually have to pop 2 to 3 depending on what healer we're looking at. And I'm not saying that White Mage is better than other healers, because I don't actually think that. I prefer other healers far more. But I am saying that in terms of like, just pick it up, be able to heal, have a good time, do dungeons. This is the one you can, I don't want to say you can turn your brain off, but kinda, almost. Like, you're certainly not having to think as hard. Like, even if I add in, say, the second healer, which is Scholar. Like, even if I add in that one, man, all of a sudden there's a fairy involved. And the fairy doesn't always listen. And that alone makes that job significantly more complicated than just hit Tetragrammaton, they'll be fine. Because Eos does not always listen. She just goes, no, I don't feel like it. Hit that button again and maybe I'll think about it. Care to get regaled with some Scholar thoughts?
I think the difference between Scholar and White Mage in terms of like ease of use is, yes, Scholar has a much higher skill floor, so it's like harder to understand, to learn. But Scholar, unlike White Mage and the other healers, also like allows you to do nothing until like level 80.
Oh yeah.
Because Eos just does
Eos just does it for you. She'll embrace you to victory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I only used it because, you know, it's the very next one. Like, we don't start getting into Astro until later.
Yeah, and that's honestly that's not Scholar's fault. It's honestly mainly because gear is so strong.
So much better now.
And class, you know, jobs, they have so much like self-preservation in like every kit. Whether you're a tank with all your self-healing and mitt, or you know, you have, you know, a DPS with your defensive and, you know, healing if you have it. Like every class has, you know, at least a button that heals you in some type of way. So
yeah, because every class has something.
Yeah.
I think Bard doesn't. No.
Second win.
Oh, that's true. They do get second win still. I was like, thinking, I'm like, okay, so Dancer has Curing Waltz. What does Bard get? I kept going to the
second win, and yeah, every caster gets some kind of healing except Black Mage, but then Black Mage has Mana Ward.
Well, and all of them get a shield. All of them get some kind of shield, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Just Red Mage. Yes, Red Mage gets one too.
So, like I said, some kind of self-preservation. Whereas if you don't think you're receiving help from someone, you have a button you can hit that could make you survive like 2 more hits at least.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to regale your Scholar tales of Eos deciding, no.
I mean, there's really not much to say. That's just the overall AI programming. Eos is a pet in the game, so they assign actions for the pet to do, and sometimes like you can hit that action button, and if it doesn't sync up with the actual server at the time you hit it, like your pet did not get it at all.
Yeah,
so
the pet just kind of goes, I'll get to it.
Yeah, they'll just do nothing, or it's not necessarily doing nothing, but you hit it and then it'll go 1, 2, Okay, you want me to do this?
Yeah, let's say, like, it's never no. It's always just, I'll get to it when I get to it.
Yeah.
I guess I'll help you out this one time. Yeah, it's trying real hard. It's less of a problem on Summoner because they changed how Summoner works, but Summoner used to also work like that, so I'm also aware of the pet woes. But they have since changed how Summoner works. And when they did, you just heard the distant screams of scholars everywhere.
Yeah, Summoner isn't reliant on pets anymore.
Not
like
anymore,
it used
no,
to
they
be.
changed it.
Yeah. But there's still some classes that have pet jank in them, like Dark Knight and Machinist still
Yeah,
have a
Machinist
pet,
is real
technically.
bad.
Yep.
Whoop.
I think the worst thing with Scholar and its pet is trying to tell Scholar to use, like, there's a button called Seraph where you transform your pet, your fairy, into a stronger fairy, and then you have upgraded buttons. And so what'll happen is, so you hit the Seraph button, and then it has to think about before it actually transforms into Seraph, which takes time. And then you have to hit the command for them to use whatever, thing you want them to use, but they have to think about that too. So when it both happens back to back, that's like 7 seconds of time that you need that button to go out, that it's just not happening.
Yep. I'm just like, no. Isn't it also on a timer though? Like it's not out for very long.
Mm-hmm. It's only out for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And
So
the
you really get 2
normal
buttons.
button that you normally want to hit while it is in Seraph only has 2 uses in that 20-second time period.
Woof.
So basically, if you decide to ghost 2 out of the, 20 to 20 seconds, and it only has 2 uses, and the ghost will take about 7 seconds of use, that's 14 seconds gone.
Yep, and good luck wanting to do anything else. Oh man, we've hit the gay. Hang on, Rain, we gotta stop. We gotta stop talking about this and talk about the gay. She's already worried about her new companion.
her new companion that she knows nothing about yet.
Yeah, but she's like, oh, what do I do about this girl? What if she's being controlled, or what if she's not being, what if she's not able to act on her own? Oh no.
She's a person like you and me. We need to help her.
We need to help her. But more than that, I just want to talk to her, to find out who she is and if there's anything we can do to help her.
Ren just saw girl and became interested. We get it.
I know, right? To be fair, good armor. She likes a girl in armor.
Oh my goodness.
But what if she attacks me, though?
Maybe because all the people Ren was hanging out before was like super intimidating.
Well, super intimidating and all dudes.
Yeah.
She's exploring right now.
I mean, you have Alize and Y'shtola, but hey, they're pretty intimidating too, especially Y'shtola.
Especially Alize and Y'shtola. Especially like Alize yelled at her the one time.
Yeah.
This is just what she thinks women should be. I don't know.
So if this new girl comes out and yells at her, Ren would just be, captivated. That's it right there.
Right there. Or at the very least, sass her. She's got to be sassy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know that Y'shtola speaks in sass. Yeah, it's kind of what I was on too. I shouldn't be trying to decide her fate before we even know who she is. Yes, you're right. Hope that she comes around soon. Like, it's very gay. It's so gay. I don't know who wrote this, but somebody wanted this to be gay.
They said we need to tell a message with this story, and it's gonna be, gay, which is okay.
And then like Big Brother SE came in and went, no, 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 no.
You have to dilute this down to not make it,
They had to be
say
friends.
it on paper.
They gotta be friends.
Yeah. They can't say it on paper, but holding hands though.
Oh man, we're not there yet. I'll get there when we get there. I'm gonna sit on that screen. I'm gonna sit on that screen for like 5 minutes and just rant. Please look forward to it. Honestly, it's gonna be a fun rant. Like, it's not gonna be like I hate this. It's gonna be just a good times kind of rant, because honestly, I do like this story. I like the Eden story a lot, more than I thought I would, because I didn't know anything about 8. So I'm like, okay, it's just 8.
Funny thing, other than the musical references and the fact that it's Eden, it has nothing to do with Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah, and now I know that, but of course at the time I hadn't played 8 yet.
Yep.
So at first I was like, oh, it's just a big 8 reference. Oh no, I don't know anything about that. Like, like how we are right now with the 11 raids that are out right now. Yeah. I'm just like, I know nothing. I'm just here to have a good time. But I really like the Eden story. It's really good, in my opinion. And honestly, big companies or upper management in a team seeing that a story is gay and actually healthy in some kind of way, then going, no, they must be friends. Or don't tell them that they're gay, is so common that I don't even blink anymore. I wish that wouldn't happen. Like, for sure, I wish that would not happen. Please let them just be gay. They're not gonna destroy the firmament by being gay. Like, but most people kill their gays. Most people kill them off, like, from the story. So I'll take, they get to live and be happy together, even if you don't tell me they're gay. I'll take it, right? Like, that improvement. I do wish there was a bit more, though, I will say. But I do like the story. I'll take it.
You're like, no, it all has to be gay. Every single bit of it.
Oh, man, I wish. Funny enough, I have seen stories, like we're making jokes, obviously. Like, I know it's a joke. But I have seen stories where they have, in fact, kind of swung so far the other way where everybody is some kind of gay or pan or bi or whatever. That's also not very believable. Like, no. You can have a mix. We can have just relationships, guys. It's okay. You can have just straight people. Straight people don't have to be, like, eradicated from the world. I'm sorry, Rain, you're gonna get axed.
World of gay.
World of gay. So I do think that there are stories that have swung way too far in the other direction. It's okay. You can just write relationships. And this is coming from a gay person, so it's not like, I'm not trying to, like, get rid of the gays. They say this with him. Like, oh, he's our dude that we trade the relics to. Ain't nobody did that. They all went to Gilmore.
Yeah, they literally made this NPC for no reason, honestly.
I mean, they had a reason, and it made sense. Like, you don't have to leave the area. You're already doing the quest. You might as well, turn your stuff here without having to teleport anywhere. And everyone just went back to Gilmore.
But you have to unlock Savage and Umore, don't you?
No, I don't think so. I think you do it here. Hang on, we'll see here in a second.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see here. Literally, like in a minute or two.
Maybe it is here because all of the other NPCs are here too, so it might be here.
Yeah, I thought it was here, but we'll see. Any assistance I may require. Oh, man. Oh my god. Fine. Spell speed. I'm gonna get rid of it anyway. It's not the newest shit. Okay. No, she's gonna keep doing. Our hero tried to sleep. And every time we went to the inn room, we got accosted by somebody. Oh yeah, here he is. Here we go, right here. One of these two.
Yep. One of these two unlocks it.
Away with the fairy. Hang on. Okay, so this is the MSQ, or I guess the raid MSQ, whatever.
The next part.
Yeah, the next
The next part.
And this is Savage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, no. They tried so hard. He's even right next to it. Sorry, buddy. So yeah, you could do it all from here if you so chose. And everyone's like, nah, Yelmore's better.
People are used to being in a hub town, I guess. I don't know.
That's true. That's what it really is you go to the hub town for so many other things that, shit, you might as well.
Like, you can't get your tone gear here.
No.
Which is, you need that, so.
You need that. Anyway, we'll keep him company. And we're going to end the stream here because I do, in fact, actually have some work to do. Because my entire day got shifted like 2 more hours than it should have.
Alrighty.
Oh, are they still live?
Yeah, Stella's live right now.
Oh, cool. Because last time I was too late.
She is playing Yakuza.
Oh yeah. I kind of figured. That's kind of where she lives right now. Oh, I know. There he goes. Didn't want to let me go, and I'm like, yes?
I'm just waiting to see if she plays Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I don't think she's gonna play that because it's the RPG one, and RPG is kind of not
her thing. She has not appeared to like RPGs.
Yeah.
Generally.
So, I think Infinite Wealth is gonna be where she stops, but that's also supposed to be like the really funny one. So I want to see it.
All right, cool.